Hey guys, hey, it's A here, and I want to talk quick about another thing, okay? This video is not going to be as long because I still explained the basic, things to keep in mind and stuff on your first day in high school and just kind of the first month in high school in general. But now I'm going to talk about the second day. On the second day, you should talk a little bit more than the first day, okay? Because everyone's kind of settled, so if you can socialize more, then yes, you should go for that. Totally take a chance at it. So that's one thing. So yeah, first one's pretty basic. Just talk more. Try not to still talk too much because not everyone's going to be extroverted on the second day. I wasn't anyway. It's more so a progressive thing that usually takes at least a month to get completely settled with. With new people anyway. So yeah. And the second thing you want to do is talk more with your teachers, ask them a lot of questions, sort of get the gist of things, because if you ask a lot of questions at first and don't really ask a lot of questions later and you still end up doing well, then you're going to look like you really know what you're doing and you don't even have to ask questions because of how professional you are. So that's one tip that you can do. If you ask as much questions as you can at the beginning of the year and don't ask a lot, like later in your year, your teacher's likely going to forget all those questions that you asked at the beginning of the year, later in the year. So that way, it's going to seem like you don't even need to ask questions and you already know what you're doing. And if you do already know what you're doing, then that just makes it ever more awesome, showing that you don't need to ask questions because of how professional you are. Teachers like it when you ask them questions, but let's face it, not all of them are very good responses, and sometimes we like to question so much, and sometimes we need to question so much that we might even ask stupid basic questions everyone might already know. But still, sometimes basic questions can be, or the answers to basic questions can be forgotten. The third thing that you want to do is start talking with a couple people. They don't have to be friends or people that seem interesting. Maybe just like nice people, so that you can at least make them more comfortable, and you can at least, well, if you're nice anyway, and they can at least make you more comfortable. And by doing that and talking with nice people, it's just going to get you sort of used to being in that nice mood, because if you talk to nice people, you're probably often going to be in a nice mood, and if you talk to mean people, you're probably often going to be in a mean mood. It's sort of like a behavior reflection sort of thing, if you know what I mean. So try to surround yourself with at least pleasant people at first, and then move on to try to cutting through those nice people and making friends. Even if those friends are nice people, then that's even better. So yes, but mainly try to look out for people that are your interest and people that don't like to scam you with how nice they are. Like, you know, troll face in disguise sort of thing. Or like the soy jack mask meme, you know what I'm talking about? Like, oh yeah, I'm nice on the outside, and on the inside they're just crazy person who does whatever. So, yeah. By crazy person who does whatever, I mean, like, you don't want to get yourself into fake friendships or especially relationships that are going to screw you over. So you don't need to make friends with people as soon as you get to your first week in high school, but it is important to at least be nice to people, and people can be nice to you. It'll create a comfort setting, and ultimately that is the goal that you want to have at the start. And the second day, when you might feel quite a lot better about socializing, even though it might not be perfect. The fourth thing that you want to do is try to be really patient when you're talking with teachers and friends, even if they're a bit crazy with you. In high school, girls tend to be dramatic feminazis. Sometimes guys can be dicks to people, but that's kind of a normal thing. Well, unfortunately, but I'm not saying all girls are like that or all boys are like that, but a significant amount of them are, and you're definitely going to notice that in your second day of high school when some people start to show their true colors. Regardless of whether those colors are green and good, or like burgundy and bad. How about that? I was gonna say red, but I wanted to make it sound fancy. You know, green good, burgundy bad. That sound funny? Yeah. No. Red's kind of the comrade flag symbol, so I didn't want to represent that as bad. It would just seem hypocritical from all the comrade jokes I make on my YouTube channel. So generally, for the most part, stay patient, keep your reputation cool, be the chill, quiet guy. You don't have to be the mean boomer or the giggity millennial. That's basically what you need to keep in mind. So yeah, I'm Hades. Peace out, guys.